Hoi hoi folks, good morning, good afternoon and good evening wherever you are in the world. My name's Sean, aka Uncle Frogface, and welcome to today's video. If you're new here then welcome, if you're not new then welcome back. Today, doing something slightly different. So as some of you know, I am a digital artist as well as a traditional artist. I've been doing digital art for years, but for the last couple of years I've mainly been focused on the iPad and Procreate, and I do that with my Apple Pencil. I was recently contacted by a company called Metapen who have sent me this. This is basically their version of the Apple Pencil. It's a more cost-effective duplicate, and it pretty much does everything that this does, bar one or two things. So today I'm going to do a full review of this and compare it against the original Apple Pencil. This is the Metapen Pencil A14. So we're going to compare that against the Apple Pencil, and I'm going to see whether the features that this has outweighs the features that are missing. Also might have a little extra surprise in this video as well, so make sure you stay tuned. It's probably time I turn the camera around, get my iPad out and start playing with these. Okay, here we are. I've got my iPad, I've got my Apple Pencil. This could actually do with a bit of a clean. It's quite a mucky screen, but then I do use it so often that's going to happen, and I can't spend my life cleaning my iPad as much as I would enjoy that. But yeah, that will do, that will do. Right, let's have a little look at this. So, just for clarity, this has been sent to me for free, but they're fully aware that every review I do are my honest opinions, and they can only be that. So if there's anything negative, I'll be highlighting that as much as the positives. I think it's a duty of responsibility to anyone that reviews a product to be absolutely brutally honest, and that's what I'm going to do today. So let's have a little look inside. So this says that it's the Metapencil A14, and inside is the Metapencil itself, a user manual and 2 pen tips as well. So it's nice packaging. It all seems nice and secure. I'll pull this out. It's very Apple Pencil like, honestly. Right, so we've got 2 extra tips down here. We've got the actual pencil itself here, and it says Metapen on it just there. Let's see if we get that nice and clear. There we go, Metapen. So that's what we have on there. And then if I lift this up, there we go. Here is, we've got a couple of stickers as well. So we've got a couple of Metapen stickers, very Apple-like, and then of course we have the 2 extra tips and the instruction manual. Right, let's have a little look. Okay, so it all seems fairly simple to use so far. I'll actually go in and start using it very shortly. But first, I want to compare it against my actual Apple Pencil. So I'm going to take my pen tips off, which I love these things. I love pen tips. They make the whole user experience of using an Apple Pencil just so much nicer. And that's lasted quite a while, actually. I've still got a few more of those. Right, so we've got Apple Pencil, Metapencil. They're both magnetic, so they're repelling each other, but you can see they are, I would say there's maybe a millimeter difference in those. They are the same width, and yeah, about a millimeter difference in the length. Obviously my Apple Pencil's got Uncle Frogface written on it, and it says Apple Pencil. Other than that, let's have a look. The size of the tips is exactly the same. Have a look at the tip itself. Yeah, that's pretty similar. Yeah, it all looks almost identical. Almost identical. Now apparently, I'm going to put my pen tip back on. I'm going to pop this on here. So apparently this pairs just the same as an Apple Pencil. First I need to turn it on. So you press the top, there's a little red light. Now let's see if that's going to pair. Now it might not, because I've already got my Apple Pencil paired to this. Okay, all I needed to do was unpair my Apple Pencil, and discover a new Bluetooth device, and it's here, and it's already at 93% battery, so it's already working, which is very nice indeed. So there is a difference between this and the Apple Pencil. So the Meta Pencil doesn't have the double tap function that the Apple Pencil has, but it does have a little button at the top, so you can use this to turn it on and off, but also go to the home screen, bring up things like this. There we go, so you can go to the switch between apps and all sorts. So actually there is still a function on here similar that is programmable. I'm just going to pause for a second because there's a big truck outside. Okay, now that they've gone and I can drink a little bit of tea. Oh, lovely. Right, we can get to trying this properly. So I'm going to start by opening GoodNotes just to test handwriting. So, oh wow. Oh, there we go. So my handwriting is really bad. Yay, there we go, it worked. Recognised, subscribe, so that's good. So handwriting functionality, actually really good on this. So I said that there was something missing from this, and I'm going to open a Procreate document and I'll show you what that is. There we go, so this is just a plain square, and so far this is working exactly like an Apple Pencil. It's literally the only thing that I think this is missing. Is something that people always want when they're doing art, and that is pressure sensitivity for the tip on the actual device. So I'm going to come in here. I'm gonna use my Procreate pencil, and I'm going to show you. Actually, if let's actually get some color on there. So it draws, but there's no variation in the strength or the width of the pen. This does have sideways recognition. So I can go in and I can actually shade with this very nicely. And if I come over here, I can change the width, and there we go. We change the width of the pen and come along and shade with this. It really depends. So I'm a big believer in the tool doesn't make the artist. You can make art with pretty much anything. And touch sensitivity is it's a real sticking point with some artists. I mean, there we go, I'm pressing very lightly and it's exactly the same darkness as if I'm pressing hard. There's no variation. If you start and go slowly, you're going to get a dark line. If you go quickly, you appear to get a lighter line. So it's something that's going to take a little bit of practice to learn, I think. Let's just clear this out. But I think that where this is going to be particularly good is when you're using it as a pen. So I am a big fan of fine liners, and with a fine liner you get a consistent line width no matter what you do. And with this, you could go in and you could do exactly the same thing just by selecting what size of pen you want. You could get exactly the same effect. When it comes to kind of charcoals and more of the effects type brushes, yes, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. But if you play with the opacity slider, there you go. You can start building up. So why am I showing you this? Why am I showing you the workarounds for something that is missing from this pen that is a standard function of this pen? Well, there's two very good reasons. Firstly, the Apple Pencil version 3 is being released, or has been released, or is coming very soon. And the main feature that pen is missing is touch sensitivity. It doesn't have the pressure sensitivity that the Apple Pencil 2 or the Apple Pencil 1 had. Also, this pen, if you want to carry on doing art and using pressure sensitivity, this pen costs about £130. This one costs £30. That is a huge difference. And for someone that wants to just start to get into art, and just start to experiment, actually that price point, that difference in price is going to really open up the device to a lot more people, even just as beginners. If you're a note taker, if you're a student, if you're someone that does bullet journaling or anything like that and you're doing that digitally, this is an absolute must. You know, this absolutely blows the Apple Pencil out the water. It just works brilliantly. When it comes to art and pressure sensitivity, that's where you have to kind of make that decision and say, do I want to pay an extra £100 for pressure sensitivity, or do I think I can learn to live with the tool as it is and just play with my brushes a little bit more? I think if I went in here and picked, let's see, okay, this is a Claude Monet brush. We go to a blue. I'm going to bring the opacity down, bring the size up. There we go, we get a nice variation. If I bring that down even further in the opacity, there we are. And it's also layering up on top of it. You're building texture. I'm able to build that variation that I need, even without the pressure sensitivity. Is it something that's going to stop me using this? Absolutely not. In fact, I think I'm going to do a whole piece of art with this just to show what can be done. And I'll talk a little bit about the pen and its specifications whilst I do that. But it gets better. So, not only did Metapen send me this A14 Meta pencil, they also sent me these. I've got 2 more of them, and I'm going to be giving these away. So one of these is a Patreon only giveaway, so this will be going up for my Patreon members, and they will have a chance to win this just for that small select group. And this one is open to everyone, so my Patreon members get automatic entry into all of my YouTube giveaways, but if you want to win your own Metapen, your own pencil A14, and give it a try, all you have to do is comment down below #Metapen. That's it, #Metapen, and you are in the draw to win this. So this is the December giveaway on my channel. So I do a monthly giveaway every month. Sometimes it's a print, sometimes it is some paint, sometimes it is a supply like this. So this is open worldwide, so feel free to comment down below. You'll be entered into the draw, and I'll draw at the end of the month. Right, with that being said, I'm going to clear out this canvas. That's my Apple Pencil. In fact, I'm also going to put my pen tip on here because it fits perfectly, and I won't get the click, click, click. Actually, yeah, I think this is going to be absolutely fine. So, I am going to create a piece of artwork with the Metapen, and I'll come at you at the end once I've had a chance to properly play with it and give you my final thoughts. So actually, this worked surprisingly well, and forgive me if I sound a little bit rough. I'm slightly losing my voice. I'm trying to keep it as much as possible because my choir has got so many performances over the next couple of weeks for Christmas that I'm trying desperately to hold on to it. So I will keep this brief. You can see that I am using the pen tip on this, and I'll explain more at the end, but that wasn't the best thing in the world, so I do end up taking that off. But actually it worked very nicely. So this is my Mycelium from a Netflix TV show that I've been binge watching, and it's going surprisingly well. There we go. So I've taken the pen tip off, and actually works lovely. You can see that the automatic shape gesture control, all of that still works really well. It's just like the Apple Pencil, it just doesn't have that touch sensitivity. So I am going to let you just enjoy my process of doing a little cartoon drawing and seeing how this goes, and I'll come back to you at the very end with my final thoughts. Right, okay, so there are a couple of things to note. First thing is I tried using it with the pen tip, and yeah, then it comes into a few little issues where you get kind of skipping lines, or the drag and drop for colours is not working. So definitely better without the pen tip. But actually, I'm quite impressed with this. Once I got into the flow of working with it, I honestly almost forgot that it wasn't an Apple Pencil. Yes, it means that you have to play around with your opacity and your size sliders a little bit more. But, I mean, for something like this, so this is Mike the Mycelium from the Netflix show Inside Job, which I've been kind of binge watching. I love this character, so I just wanted to do a quick illustration of him. And it came out really nicely. It's really smooth to use. You still get all of the things you get with the Apple Pencil, except the touch sensitivity, which honestly for me has not been a big deal. As I said before, if you're going to use this for taking notes and writing, it's an absolute no-brainer. Go for it. If you want to go ahead and try the Apple Pencil just without that one thing, which is the pressure sensitivity, definitely give this a go. For the price point, it's ridiculous. £30, £130. It's even with the new Apple Pencil, the Apple Pencil 3, which also doesn't have touch sensitivity. The difference in price is huge, is honestly huge. And with all of the different brushes and things that are available now, you can still get textures within things. You can still get gradients. You can still do all of those things that you want to do, just in a slightly different way. So I'm going to carry on using this. I think this is going to be good for note taking. As I said, it's going to be good for illustrations like this when it's more ink and block colour. I'm going to keep experimenting with it for different styles of painting and seeing what it's like with the different brushes that I've got. I also think this is going to be a very good tool for Procreate Dreams when it comes to animating, because grabbing things and moving them around and doing the live performances and stuff, and particularly with kind of more cartoon style animation, the illustrations are going to be based more on line work and block colour anyway, so I think this is going to work very nicely for that. Look, I came into this very open-minded. I came into this almost expecting to go back and say, you know what, there are too many flaws for me to actually work with this as a tool. And I'm now coming away with an extra tool in my arsenal, and something that I think I will stick in my bag. I'm kind of reluctant to take this out. The fact that it's got my name on it and it's so expensive, I use it around the house. I don't really go out with it. I feel like I would go out with this much more. I'm incredibly happy. I would love to know what you guys think of this. Please do leave a comment down below. Don't forget to use that hashtag if you want to be in with a chance of winning one of these in the giveaway. And if you want extra chances of entry, as I said, go and check the Patreon out. But for now, I will leave it there. I really hope you've enjoyed today's video, and until next time, goodbye.